Alrighty, I still gotta fix my camera, but I opened a Lotus and I don't want to miss it. So we're taking Lotus over Ugin, Time Spiral, Dismember, and we're gonna be up to some good stuff. Let's see what we followed up with. All right, I've successfully fixed my camera. Like I said, didn't want to miss the Lotus opener, and then I realized my camera was configured incorrectly. Well, our second pick is a lot worse. So once you open Lotus, look, I saw the 17 lands data just like everyone else. I'm sure if there was a Sanguine Evangelist in the packet, it's a higher win rate than Lotus. All the Boros cards have incredible win rates. That does not concern me. The Lion does not concern himself with the win rate of Boros, and the Lion kind of wants to take the candelabra of Tawnos right here. All right, I'm sold. We're getting in there. We're doing it. And then here there's Aether Spellbomb, Zurin Orb, World Spine Worm. Oh, two of the flash targets here. There's also a third path. I think I'm going to take third path and maybe wheel one of those two artifacts. That could be pretty nice. Wow, lots of the big creatures already gone. There's a Greaves here. There's a Watery Grave. There's an Endstone. I don't really want to take Endstone this early. Watery Grave is actually not bad, though. I think I'll take that, because when I have Lotus, I end up Storm a lot. So let's just take Watery Grave here and see what's open. Smuggler's Copter, Spire Bluff Canal. There's also Revoker and Profs. I don't really want those. There's Persist, though most of the creatures we saw weren't even good to persist. Persisting a Woodfall Primus isn't great, because it doesn't come back a second time. There's also Sink into Stupor, but I think with this start, I think I just take Spire Bluff Canal. And now I could take Map or Dark Confidant or Thirst for Discovery. I think Thirst is pretty medium, so I'm going to take Map. We're just moving in on Academy. What better use for a Lotus opener? Though I really could end up in Storm of some kind. Though I think here's kind of the dividing line. There's Saheeli and there's Duress. Duress if you're storming, Saheeli if you're artifacts. And I think I take Saheeli to go with this third path in the Candelabra and the map and all that stuff. Also, Saheeli Lotus is sick. You play Saheeli, you play Lotus, you get a token, you turn that token into a Lotus. It's like all of a sudden you have 6 mana right there. It's very good. This pack's pretty medium. I'll take a Talisman, though it's a black-green Talisman, so not the most helpful. And here there's a Gloomlake Verge, which I think I still want over Burst Lightning. I think the black, getting good black sources is nice. And Gloomlake Verge in particular, since it starts out as blue, no real cost. Some decent red cards still in the pack. I guess I could take like Hazoret or something. Hazoret actually wouldn't be crazy to consider if I'm artifact aggro with like a really low curve. You can get that going. And then here, I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. I guess I'll just take Uat because that card's very good and deserves to be taken. Evora makes artifacts, which is nice. I think I'll take that over Duelist of the Mind. Sorry, Nathan. Loot is actually a great card. I'm pretty impressed with it. I don't look like I'm that close to playing it, but you never know. Look, I'll take Thornspire Verge. I could certainly see a little loot option here. All right, some action. Okay, there's Bombardiers and there's Retrofitter. I'm going to take Bombardiers. Bombardiers is a busted card. And I think we're actually going to be artifact aggro, because look, I can throw Blood tokens or Third Path tokens, Saheeli, Hazoret. I mean, I like a Retrofitter. It is a shame to pass it. But without Academy, Retrofitter also isn't even like unbelievable. It's good. I think the card is actually a fine card, but it needs Academy or Cradle to really pop off generally. And here, I mean, this Talisman's a little off. But this looks like a pretty solid, almost mono-red artifacts deck. We'll see what else we got. Okay. There's Mana Drain and there's Booster Tutor here. I'm going to take one of those two cards. I think those are the strongest cards. I do have a couple black sources. I think I'll just take the Booster Tutor. Booster Tutor is a really, really strong card. I've been really impressed with it. And then here, now there's Polluted Delta or Tameo or Lelia. Or I'm hoping to wheel Legion Extruder. Actually, there's a lot of cards I'd be interested in here. Kitten, Extruder, Lelia, Tameo, Delta. Maybe Inquisition if I end up playing a little more black. I like Tameo a lot. I like Lelia, but I think just taking the 1-drop over to 3-drop is good. Polluted Delta would have been a totally fine pick up there. Oh, I'm going to take Skull Clamp. I have Third Path and Saheeli. All right, we're clamping. Maybe I'll get Generous Plunder back if I'm lucky, or Pyrokinesis perhaps. All right, here I think I just take Spell Pierce because it's just good in this kind of deck. I'm not an Echo Vion's deck despite my best efforts, and Voldaren Epic here, I will definitely play in my Skull Clamp Artifact Broadside Bombardiers deck, but I think I hope to wheel it. Let's see, 4, 7. It might not wheel, but I'm still going to be happy taking Spell Pierce there. Now there's Robber of the Rich, Roberto, or another really bad Talisman. I think I'll just take Consider. Consider is a decent cantrip. It's good with Third Path and Saheeli. Robber of the Rich is okay, but I'm going to try not to play too many like dorky red cards. I think like Evora and Bombardiers are really like a little bit stronger. Oh, okay. Well, there's a Minsc and Woo, but there's also an Underworld Breach, and I already have Lotus. So that just means if I have Brain Freeze, which I haven't seen yet, it's excellent, and also makes like Wheel of Fortune very good. All right, rather than try to splash another color when I'm already 3 colors, though I do have a Talisman. It's also 2 fetches. This must have been just a strong pack in general. Okay, well now we've got some real outs to be breaching. I mean, right now, Candelabra and Map don't do anything for me, but the rest of these cards, I think this is pretty sick, actually. I mean, it needs some stuff to break its way, like obviously getting a Brain Freeze would be sick. Oh, wow. Oh, there's so many cards I want here, too. I love a Fiery Confluence. I'm kind of curious about Goblin Bombardment with Third Path and Saheeli. There's also just Inti, which is a great card, and Soul Guide, which is just a really good, cheap artifact. I'm going to take Confluence, though. I think having access to Fiery Confluence is nice. And if I had Academy, I would have just taken the Soul Guide probably, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get that. In fact, far from it. There's only 1 pack left because this pack I already know I'm not getting it. But my second 4-drop isn't too bad. My curve is pretty low. And Fiery Confluence is great against aggro decks, great against artifact decks, and this deck actually is going to put pressure on my opponent's life total, and you could just kill them with Fiery Confluence. Seems like a pretty good plan to me. Ooh, that is money. Okay, well, if Academy does get opened, I could get it like 5th pick. Retrofit or Wield. No one's playing artifacts because unless someone took an artifact, a card out of this pack that you like. I took a different card too, but I would be surprised if anyone else has dedicated artifacts. Now there's a Braid and a red-black land. Let's just go a Braid. I don't think I need to do anything other. Okay, this Talisman looks pretty bad still, but this would be a really nice artifact deck if I got Academy. It's still got some good uses for things like Broadside Bombardiers with lots of fodder, the Token Makers with Skull Clamp. I would actually be interested in Guy's Cradle in this deck too. Now that I have Retrofitter too. No, nothing really wheeled out of this pack. That is unfortunate. I could take a red-white sack land. I'm not going to take Prismatic Ending. I'm not going to play Dress Down, so I think Sunbaked is maybe the most likely. That was a shame. There was a lot of red cards in that pack, but I also got like a super late Fiery Confluence and a Braid, so I don't really know what's happening. Oh, I'll take Pyrokinesis. That looks excellent here. Beat those Boros players with your Pyrokinesis, huh? Okay, and then here, I guess a Hedge Maze. I mean, the Loot Splash, I guess, is kind of alive and well. I'm not going to be playing white, so let's just take Dreams of Steel and Oil. All right, pack 3 time. Let's go. Oy, oy. Not good. Okay, I guess I'm just going to take Stock Up. It's a very good card. And there's an Upheaval if I do get Academy. There's like Yogwill, Wishclaw, Coalition Relic. All right. Stock Up's a bit of a disappointing pick there, but hopefully we can make up for these next couple picks. Honestly, if I get an Academy, all is forgiven. That's like the one card. Well, that and Brain Freeze. So there's 2 cards I'm really looking for. Stock Up is great if I pick up either of those cards, though, especially Brain Freeze. Just finding the whole Breach combo with Stock Up is pretty nice. I would also be interested in Lion's Eye Diamond here, though Echo Viance is gone. Well, there's LED. All right. I think I just take it. If I end up finding the Brain Freeze, that's incredible, but also Breach LED, if I get like a Wheel or Time Twister, can be really strong, and I don't think there's 3 blue-red tap lands, so maybe I'll get one back and an iteration. There's like a million blue-red cards. I feel like regardless of which of those blue-red cards I take, I could get another one back. Okay, Brick so far. There's a Badlands, which would just be a red-black source for Booster Tutor. There's also the Riddler. Kind of just want to take Quantum Riddler. Riddler is a nice card. It's good with cards like Pyrokinesis. It's good with Lion's Eye Diamond. You can warp the Riddler, then crack LED to play the Riddler from exile. You can make some moves. All right, Brain Freeze Academy. Let's go. Either of those would be sick. Both of them would be fantastic. I feel like we have outs. We're clearly the only person who wants the Brain Freeze, and I would say the only person who wants the Academy. I I'm just going to take Volcanic. I'm just not a library believer in this cube that much. There are decks where it can be good, and honestly, Pyrokinesis is good with it, that sort of thing. But I feel like I should just take a red-blue land and have better fixing. All right. We are bricking. I will take Bauble, though. Bauble triggers all my zeros very nicely. And over Gobin and Probe. All right. Pick 6. I guess we're not getting there. Well, Galvanic Discharge is fine, though. I don't think I need Chrome Host, Seed Shark, or not a Tendrils deck. Wrong Storm card, sadly. It's okay. I can find Brain Freeze off Booster Tutor. And red-blue Talisman. All right. That's fine. So now we're at 28. Wow. No Academy. No Brain Freeze. What a beat. All right. Well, I'll take Memory Lapse. I think Memory Lapse is very good. I think this deck is still pretty good, but it's disappointing because either of those cards would have really made this deck quite a bit better. And now the LED is probably not going to make the cut either. So LED and Breach. Because the thing is, you can make Breach work if you have like a draw 7. Oh, I have a Yogwill. Oh, no, actually LED's back on the table. Yogwill is with LED and Lotus is just incredible, even if I don't have the like full combo. Okay, well, all the blue-red cards came back. So do I want a land or an iteration? I think I want an iteration. I don't think I want a daze. I'm doing pretty decently on lands, I feel like. I don't know, I just have a bunch, no fetches, but I just have a bunch of dual lands. And I don't want Candelabra, but I do want LED back in. And Underworld Breach I'm less interested in because it's just a little harder without good draw to make that work. I'll take Blackcleave Cliffs. I think that's a little better. Sunbait Canyon I cannot play. So right now this is, I can take Talisman out as well. I mean, this is 16 lands plus Lotus with a bunch of cantrips as well. All right, Fiery Confluence is going to make some moves here because I'm just going to go Fiery Confluence, Yogwill, Fiery Confluence. Oh, Manamorphose? Perfect. Okay, we've put together something good here. I don't think I'm going to play any of those off-color lands or anything. Oh, I guess I actually will run the Tendrils. Huh. We kind of backdoored into this, but I think it's going to work. Maybe the Evora doesn't make sense anymore. I do have a Skull Clamp, but I think I'm going to run that off just the tokens. And no one's Titaniating, huh? I mean, this actually seems like a legit Storm deck. I mean, Lotus goes a long way. Lotus, LED, Manamorphose, Yogwill, Tendrils, Hazoret Storm, the usual. I could just cut the Hazoret probably. The Hazoret LED, just play Hazoret crack LED, just get in there. Do I want Breach? Is Breach good? I kind of don't think so with that. If I had a draw 7, I might do it. Stock Up kind of doesn't do it by itself. Let's take out Hazoret and then take out a land. I can probably take out a Swamp because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources. Plus Manamorphose has 5 black sources for Booster Tutor and Yogwill. No, 6 with Lotus. LED doesn't really count because it's kind of hard to make that work. Tendrils, I'm not going to cast Tendrils unless I have one of the Lotus or LED anyway, so that actually kind of doesn't matter. It costs double white. It wouldn't be like dramatically different. And this is 6, 9 red sources plus a Talisman, and then of course Lotus, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. Well, 8 plus Talisman. Okay. I could also play, well, Thornspire Verge doesn't help because it casts Manamorphose anyway, but I could play Hedge Maze over an island because it casts Manamorphose, but do I want a tap land? Not like a ton. I kind of want one more blue because I have Consider and Tameo. And 1 less red. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's also loot if I played some sources, but I don't think I need to do that. All right, let's get in there. Let's see how this one goes. All right, battling chairman of the board. Well, I don't think I could be bored playing cubes, so. Opponent goes first. Yeah, this hand's fine. I don't have black for the Booster Tutor, but, well, Plains no play on turn 1 is exactly what I want to see. I will just play the Skull Clamp here. And I've got a Memory Lapse on 2, a Braid on 2, Pyrokinesis up, but given that they didn't have what looked like a mega fast start, I probably don't need to play it. Okay, all my things come to play tapped, all my artifacts and creatures. Oh, there's Saheeli. So it would be nice to set up Saheeli Pyrokinesis. Let's see what they do. Okay, I'll take it. And Voice of Victory. Ah, I see. Okay. Let's just memory lapse that. Draw. Oh, Tameo's nice. So let's just go Tameo. Pass the turn. I don't think I need to skull clamp the Tameo. They can play Voice of Victory again. Yeah. I could just abrade. I think I'm just going to let that one resolve. And then I'm just going to abrade it on my turn. Oh, land is perfect because I got land. Deals 3 to the voice. And then clues, luckily, you don't need to tap them to sacrifice them, so I can just crack this to draw a card. I would like to Saheeli Pyrokinesis, but I don't really want to do it now. It doesn't seem like it's worth doing. Okay, staff is good. They get to draw a card. They might be missing a color, and they get a token. And they drew a land, or had one. They haven't missed a land drop yet. All right. Crack this clue. Draw a card. Ooh. Okay. Let's go Saheeli. Pay 2 life. Booster Tutor, make a token. Booster Tutor. Oh, I'm going to be taking Time Walk almost assuredly. There's also Breach. That's funny. But yeah, Time Walk looks great here. And let's skull clamp this token. Draw 2 cards. Oh, it flips Tameo. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tackle Tameo first. Could have had an extra clue in play. +2. And I'll play the LED, make a token, because they also come into play tapped, so I might as well just do it now. Pass the turn. Yeah, good game indeed. Booster Tutor. I mean, Booster Tutor for Time Walk. Next turn, I'm just going to... Oh, I can even get the Time Walk back with Tameo. Like, this is just... This is just disgusting. Yeah, if they good game me, I'll good game back. The only thing that bugs me is when someone good games and then just keeps playing, and which they didn't do. They're just waiting for me to acknowledge them, which is fine. No, nothing wrong with that. If they good game me, and then I good game back, and then I just start playing cards, and it's like, well, why did you say good game? If you're going to play the game, play the game. Anyways, they didn't do that, which was nice. All right, let's keep going. All right, Battle Teferi here. And I'm on the play. All right. Don't mind it. Turn 2 Iconoclast. Turn 3 maybe Manamorphose into Stock Up to make 2 tokens, or just cast Stock Up. And then find some Lotuses. Imagine I find LED Lotus off this. I might just win on turn 3. Or at least come kind of close. Okay. Boros? Any Boroses? Sacred Foundry, Plateau. I mean, it could be anything. This also could be Bayou into an elf or whatever. The beauty of fetch lands, huh? And yeah, I've been enjoying this cube. Oh, it was the thing I thought, because that's what... Whoa. What's going on here? This is not the thing I thought at all. All right, they at least only made one thing. That's good. Okay, well, Pyrokinesis, actually, this Manamorphose, I don't really want to use it to cast Pyrokinesis, but I will if I have to. What I probably am going to do, what I was going to say is if they played Pinnacle Emissary turn 2, I'd go Stock Up and then Pyrokinesis the Emissary plus the 3/3, but... That's annoying. Guess I'll just discard the Pyrokinesis now. Didn't really expect K command there. Oh, man, okay. Let's Stock Up. I mean, I definitely want Bauble, and I guess I'll take Retrofitter. So let's play Bauble because I want to start cashing that in. Pass the turn. Oh man, if they hadn't killed this third path, it was gonna go nuts. Okay, I'll take it. No Fallen Shinobi. Probably just playing Pinnacle Emissary. I mean, maybe they'll play something else. Could have a 4-drop in hand. Hopefully it's not like a Mind Twist. I could Yogwell next turn, depending on what I find. Saheeli? All right. Let's Bauble you. Let's see what they got coming. Takenuma. They have a somewhat strange deck going on over there. Spell Pierce doesn't do too much, but I guess what I could do is I could just wait one more turn and just go Retrofitter and pass the turn with Retrofitter and Spell Pierce up. Spell Pierce means I can't get like Mind Twisted, which is one of my concerns. Obviously, they didn't have it, and they were drawing a Takenuma, so probably not that. But like, it just stops some amount of big plays. Not everything. Like, they could go land Tinker and pay for Spell Pierce, but I think there's enough that it stops that I'm happy enough doing that. And I also have somewhat protection from counters, because presumably they're going to, at some point, play this thing. All right. Takenuma. Do they have any other artifacts? Oh, Meticulous Archive. They are cooking. Kolagon's Command and white sources in this deck is really something. Okay, let's make a servo. Let's draw. Oh, consider. Okay, let's start with that. Iteration. Yeah, I'll keep that. Iteration. Okay, I will put... I haven't played a land yet. I think I'll put this into hand, bottom, and I just won't play the Booster Tutor yet. Play the land and pass the turn, and I can Manamorphose into Spell Pierce if I need to. I don't think I need Saheeli. And this way they can't, like, I don't know, Upheaval, though I guess Upheaval here wouldn't be that good. Oh, okay, well, yeah, let's go Manamorphose. Add blue, black, draw a card, Spell Pierce the jar. I mean, Spell Piercing Jar seems like a pretty good idea, given how expensive Jar is, and the fact that they can copy it with Saheeli. Don't really want that happening. They could have copied Pinnacle Emissary first and made multiple things. I think they're realizing that now. Or they have a land in hand and they were going to play the land. I have a mana left, and I'm going to use it to cast Booster Tutor. Let's see what we hit. Another Black Lotus. I mean, next turn I have 5 mana, 8 mana, 5 mana, back up to 8 mana. But I land drop 9 mana. I have a lot of mana and a lot of looks, like finding Tendrils would not be hard. I guess I have 22 cards left. The thing is, they're not really presenting that much. Like, I can go Fiery Confluence, destroy Pinnacle Emissary. Oh, make it into a Moxtra. They have like a Time Walk or something? Oh, Brain Freeze. Okay. That is not going to work out well for them. I have 19 cards, so I'm going to go to 7 cards left. Yeah, they're Brain Freezing me, and I'm going to Yogg-Will Tendrils them now. Well, I guess I was going to find the Tendrils easily enough, but I didn't really anticipate that. I'm really glad I didn't let Jar resolve. All right, Booster Tutor. I guess I can just take Tezzeret, because Tezzeret breaks even on mana. But it's not as good as last time. I mean, it doesn't matter. They've got to just be dead here. Lotus. Tezzeret. Oh, LED's already in the graveyard. Whatever. Let's search for a 0. I actually don't know if I have anything left. That was that was less good. Sack this for black. Yogg-Will. Lotus. LED. Bobble. Sack LED. Exile my hand. Get black mana. Do I have a Saheeli in my graveyard? I mean, whatever. Manamorphose. I have 9 cards left. All right, blue, black. Play Gloomlake Verge. Booster Tutor, because why not? Into Time Walk. Sure. Time Walk. Cast Time Walk. Sack this for black. And boom, Tendrils you for 20. All right. I could have done even more damage, but I didn't really need to. All right. Well, the getting brain freezed when you're setting up the Yogg-Will is pretty funny, to be honest. But this Worked out just fine, and boom. There we go. All right. Nice little tendrils dub. We take those. All right. Battling against Cloud here, and let's see if I can get some tendrils going. All right. I mean, it's kind of hard to mulligan a hand with stock up, to be honest. Like on the play, on the draw, this hand is not as good. I would potentially still keep it, but on the play, like, especially since I can also, if I want, cycle Manamorphose for blue-red on turn 2. Oh, Tameo turn 1? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's just go blue-red. See if I draw something to play. Ooh, not quite. All right. Well, my first 2 draws were pretty bad, but if I stock up into Lotus Yogwill, like, it's pretty close to just winning, I assume. Tapped Hallowed Fountain when you have a clue in play? Come on. It's malfeasance. Okay. Lotus and a Braid or Spell Pierce with this hand. They did split a tap land. They don't have a counter, so I kind of think I just take a Braid and then pass the turn. Okay, well, I need a Yogwill still. Does Yogwill win here? Oh, I'm glad I took the Braid, though. Actually, I'm just going to cast Fiery Confluence here is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to kill a clue because then they would just draw a card off Leovold anyway, but... Oh, and also I have to do 3 to each creature. All right, get out of here. Get out. Yogwill, I have 5, 8, 11. Yogwill, oh. Okay, I guess I might have to try to win, huh? Kind of. I didn't anticipate that exactly, but let's start. I actually think I'm going to start with Saheeli because it copies a Lotus, so it's break even anyway. And if I find Yogwill, oh man, that was kind of weak. Let's see. I can tendrils, but not for nearly enough. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'll play LED. I just want a second token so that if they have 1 removal spell, they can't kill my token and kill Saheeli. Because them hitting Saheeli down to 1, Saheeli's still in play and still counts as, it still makes a bunch of tokens. So I guess it doesn't even make a Lotus or anything. It's attacking me? All right. That's a little ambitious. All right. Any Yogwills, or really anything. Yogwill, though, is really what I'm looking for. Because if I call this Yogwill, I go Yogwill, Lotus, Lotus, LED, Manamorphose, stock up. Yeah, I mean, this should be enough. I can also, if I draw Yogwill, I can actually go Lotus, Talisman, Tendrils, then cast Yogwill. So yes, Yogwill is extremely lethal here. Not finding Brain Freeze wasn't actually the end of the world here, as it turns out. I even have another turn here, it looks like. Oh, okay, well, we'll do that. They don't have a counterspell here. Taking a Braid over Spell Pierce didn't really work out, but obviously I didn't really know how that was going to pan out. Clamp, draw 2. If I find Yogwill, I feel like I have enough Storm, so I think what I'm going to do is go Lotus, and I want to turn a token into a Lotus and sack this for blue. I think actually maybe I sack this for black because Tendrils is not out of the question here. Sack this for black. Skull Clamp one of those. And if I pass the turn with let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 mana. So I have currently cast 3 spells. I can cast 4 spells, 5 spells, 6 spells. That's 12 damage. And then I throw Talisman. That's 16. We're pretty close. I also get to sack LED and clamp a bunch after if I want. Oh, and I haven't played a land yet? Okay, so I think I'm going to clamp one more time. I have enough black. I'll have black off the Lotus anyway, I guess. Draw. Okay, I think that's actually enough. If I'm doing my math correctly, let's see. Cast Talisman. Oh, am I one short now? I can cast Talisman, I can cast Bombardiers, and I can cast Tendrils. So this is 4 spells, 5, 6, so that's 12, 16. Let's see, go land, Talisman, Bombardiers. And so if I go Bombardiers, I have 1 timeout. So I have 6 spells. So I've played 5, so I play the 6 spells. Wait. 5, 6, 7 is 4. Oh, that is enough. Okay, so then I go Bombardiers. Attack. Throw Talisman. And they're going to double block. I also don't even die on the hit back here, which is nice. And Tendrils you. Sacking Lotus. Making a Saheeli. And I think that's enough. If I'm reading the storm count correctly. Snapcaster Mage, okay. Hold on, let's just resolve all. Yeah. Nice. Oh, this deck had a nice finish. Barely got there, but them not attacking Saheeli there was nuts. We take those, though. We definitely take those. Boom. All right. Battling against Feldegriff here. Let's see if we can take it down. This is the way to start. Whew, that Skull Clamp pickup. This deck is a brew. Let's... Ooh, not get to rest. Nice. Let's go Watery Grave, pay 2 life, Tamiyo. And honestly, if they kill Tamiyo, I don't even care. I got to remember that flipping it with Skull Clamp happens, so I shouldn't attack. I'm a little worried about against black about discard, but they didn't play it on turn 1, so it's just they could have Deep Cavern bad, I guess. Tarmogoyf, yeah, okay. That one is acceptable. I don't even think Tarmogoyf is terrible in the cube because it is actually solid against Boros, but yeah. All right, Third Path Iconoclast. Attack with Tamiyo, make a clue. I kind of want to fire off this Lotus. I mean, by fire off the Lotus, I mean use the Lotus here. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to sack this for blue. Play Clamp, because then if I just play Clamp, because if I don't and they'd killed Third Path, it'd be kind of bad. And this flips the Tamiyo too. See, I remember it this time. Clamp a token. Yeah, we're cooking. We are cooking. Draw, flip, draw. +2 Tamiyo. Clamp another token. The only downside is if they like Liliana me, now my third path is vulnerable. Unless I draw Mishra's Bauble or something. No, but I drew Saheeli. That's like the backup. Okay. Was that a good turn too? Yeah, I think so. Can't even attack with Goyf unless they kill. If they kill third path, they get to make this a 3/4, right? Because it's like instant or sorcery plus the creature and hit Tamiyo for 2. But if they don't have a way to kill third path here, like if they just play another creature, then I feel like I'm in amazing shape because I can like booster tutor next turn. I could play Saheeli, but I kind of don't want to play Saheeli till I can play a spell afterwards. So let's see what you got. I put a bunch of stuff into play, so it'll be interesting to see what their comeback is. Attacking? Okay. Well, I accept. They have instant speed removal? Nope. All right. Well, they just didn't play anything. Okay. I think I'm just going to +2 this again. And I kind of think I just passed the turn. I can crack a clue and cast Booster Tutor. It feels like they might have counter magic up. Certainly tapping out for Saheeli's terrible play. Let's not do that. I don't need a Skull Clamp. Like, I could cast Booster Tutor to make a token to Skull Clamp the token. They're not going to spend mana on their turn. I'm very happy with this outcome. I didn't want to attack into like a Malcolm either. End of turn. Cast Booster Tutor. See what they do. Make a token. All right. Usually you'd want to just like counter what I get off Booster Tutor, but it depends, I suppose, on their counter, if they have one. 3 steps ahead. Counter target spell. Okay. I guess countering Booster Tutor is good because otherwise I would get a spell to maybe trigger Iconoclast again. Do they have a play now? I don't know what they could have. They clearly had this last turn, so by passing the turn, I kind of destroyed them. Ultimate on this is -7, so it's actually getting pretty close, and the soldiers can block the Tarmogoyf nicely. But I'll crack a clue. It's funny, it's only my turn 3. It feels like I've taken 5 turns so far. Oh, Pyrokinesis. That's interesting. Skull Clamp this. Draw 2. Drawing a 0 would be very strong. Galvanic Discharge. Instant and artifact is all that's in the graveyard, so it actually feels kind of reasonable to just Galvanic Discharge the Tarmogoyf here. If they can kill the third path in response, that would be surprised, you know? All right, and plus Tameo. And I'll equip the token again because at this point I don't need it for a blocker. Using my mana seems nice. There's cards I could draw that I could play here. Like that one, Retrofitter. Make another token. Perfect. And now I guess there's not really a downside to attacking. And I can discard some lands. Next turn I can just ult Tameo and win the game. I draw half my deck and I assume that's going to be good enough. I already have the Tendrils in hand. Okay, so I have to discard Swamp Island, I guess is fine. I don't know. What you got? Nothing? They're just no playing? So I guess the downside to ulting Tameo is a Tishana's Tidebinder. It's like the only card? All right. Tidebinder me. Go for it. No, they didn't have it. All right, well, oops. Let's not do that. We gotta move a little faster now because of the clock. But I have Memory Lapse and Spell Pierce. I kind of feel like I don't really need to do anything here. Let's just attack with this thing. I mean, maybe I should have even attacked with more. I don't know. And I played my land, so let's just pass the turn. I don't have to discard or anything. I got to watch out for Brain Freeze, I guess. But I have enough counters that they would have to... First of all, they don't look like a Brain Freeze deck at all. But even if they had one, it would be pretty difficult to get me, I feel like. Consider... Okay, draw. And make a token. At this point, I'm just not going to worry about a Brain Freeze. Draw LED. Okay. I mean, they've got to be dead here. I don't even need to sack the LED first. Like, I can Yogg Will and not sack the LED. I think that's pretty reasonable. +2 this. I mean, let's just end this here. Manamorphose. Black. Draw. Iteration. Bobble. And so we've already cast 4 spells here. Yeah, let's just fire the Yogg Will. Not even sacking the Lion's Eye. And I have a counter spell if they have a counter. They did not. So the one thing I got to make sure is not to cast Manamorphose here, because I just want to make sure I'm just tendrilsing. Sack this for black. 3, 4, 5 mana. Booster Tutor. I just want a 0 of any kind. No zeros. Sure, we'll take an Urza, why not? And Pyrokinesis alternate cost. Hold on. This pitch a braid. And then I can tendrils for more than enough. Okay. I mean, this surely wasn't the exact right way to do this, but I feel like it's probably going to be sufficient. Okay. Woo. Yeah, turn 1 Tamiyo, turn 2 Third Path Lotus, Skull Clamp, Clamp, Clamp is a pretty nice one. All right. 4-0. Nice little start. Let's see what the unnamed hero has for us. Opponent goes first. I mean, definitely going to keep this hand. Turn 2 Third Path, play LED, make a token. Turn 3 Bombardiers, sack the token is pretty nice. Pyrokinesis is nice. I mean, this hand is better against aggro than control, so I would prefer to see like a plains or a mountain as the opener, or a forest. Basically, I want to see Naya colors, not blue-black. But I think this hand is potentially good against everyone. Skull Clamp is a really nice one. Oh, okay. It's like a multicolored green deck of some kind. Sure looks like. Well, I have Pyrokinesis. I don't particularly want to pitch either of these cards, but obviously it'll depend what they play. It would be disaster if they played Ren and 6. That specifically would not be easy to beat, because it means I couldn't play Third Path, and you can't Pyrokinesis Planeswalkers. It's not Ren and 6. Talisman. Okay, so it just does not look like aggro, in fact. Booster Tutor. Well, it'll be good at some point, I imagine. All right, they got 4 mana on turn 2, like Sultai, but there's maybe red also. I mean, who knows? They played all Sultai lands. Okay. Swamp is good. I'm still going to go Third Path. Hopefully I don't get Subtlety. That would be really annoying. If they just counter it, that's fine. Oh, consult the star charts. Draw Inspiration. 4 mana, draw 2. Sure. Play LED, so just lock in getting 1 token. With the Bombardiers, the difference between 0 and 1 token is pretty big. Am I going to get snuff outed? I'm getting snuffed. Or maybe they're forcing the Lion's Eye Diamond. But it looks like a snuff out, yeah. All right. I got my token. What can you do? And next turn, I could Bombardiers, throw this for 2 damage if they play like an X2. I could also cast Booster Tutor. It's not the most efficient use of my mana. So like Sultai Control here? Oh, Titania. Yeah, I guess I actually just got a Pyrokinesis, don't I? I mean, Pyrokinesis is a messed up card. I kind of got 3 for 1 because I 2 for 1 myself and they get a land back, but at least now they don't get a 5/3. So seems like that's going to be quite a bit better than letting Titania hit. Do they have another play here, or are they just Misty? Huh. I could be a hero here. Let's see what I draw. What I'm saying is I could go play Retrofitter, cast Booster Tutor in response, crack LED, and just guess. The problem is I don't know what mana I need, so let's just cast Booster Tutor. Ren and 6. Oh, Skull Clamp. Yeah, I mean, Skull Clamp looks like money here. Play Skull Clamp. Attack for 1. Skull Clamp this. Draw 2. Pass the turn. All right. All right. I can play Tamiyo, Retrofitter, and make a token. It's not bad. Malevolent Rumble hitting Dothy Voidwalker. So it's funny. So Dothy Voidwalker turns off Skull Clamp, but not entirely. It doesn't stop Skull Clamp on tokens, because this says if a card would go to the graveyard at exile. So if you clamp a 1/1 and it dies, what is this deck? All right. Go nuts, I guess. Actually, let's go Mountain. Retrofitter. So like if I clamped Tameo and it died, I wouldn't draw cards because it would get exiled instead. But tokens actually do work, which is really funny. It is unfortunate that it makes my like Yoggle and stuff worse, but I have a Galvanic Discharge and a Braid, so hopefully I find one of those. And hopefully they don't have anything too great. They're going to get to hit me for a decent amount of damage here. 6 off the Voidwalker. I'll block FOMO with Tameo. Well, no, I won't. All right, I guess I'll take 8. Tameo gets exiled. They could Voidwalker play Tameo, but I think they correctly are not going to do that. Well, they could also actually attack for 5 and then play Tameo post-combat. So there's that as well. But I think they're just going to keep attacking me probably. Fiery Confluence would be a really nice draw. All right. I mean, I'm going to get to see a bunch of cards here, so let's make a servo. Draw for turn. Do I want to Manamorphose first? I will lose it. I guess. Let's just go Skull Clamp. Oh, hold on. I can actually attack first. It actually really could matter. I have a Tendrils, and them being at 12 instead of 13 is pretty different. Like, there are definitely configurations of turns here where they get Tendrils. If I clamp and I drew like Lotus plus Galvanic Discharge or something like that, I would get pretty close. They have priority because of this thing, so it doesn't necessarily mean that the card in their hand does anything. Yeah, they're kind of cooking, but if you got a bunch of fetches and whatnot, that's a reasonable place to land. All right, assuming they let me attack here. Okay, send for 1. They're going to take it. Okay, clamp this. Abuse the rules difference of Dothi Voidwalker. It's not Leyline of the Void. Oh, there's Saheeli. Huh. Unfortunately, Saheeli kind of just dies, so I think I'm going to make a servo. I'm not dead next turn, so I'm going to try to wait one more turn here. Clamp this. I mean, if I draw Galvanic Discharge, it's really good. A Braid. Slightly awkward timing on all that, but well, if they don't draw like a Haster, then I kind of feel good about this spot. I take 8 down to 4, but then I can go like Saheeli, Manamorphose, Abrade the Voidwalker, go from there. They can't play Bombardiers. That got exiled to Pyrokinesis. So I go to 4 here. Obviously, there's some things that can kill me, though. They just used a 4 damage burn spell, so the odds they have another one is not like super high. They also could potentially play Tameo, but yeah, they're going to hit me down to 4 instead. And land go? No, or just go is fine too. Okay, so let's play Saheeli. Do you have something here? If they do, they do. Manamorphose. I had blue-red. Any Lotuses? No. I think I do this now. Braid the Voidwalker, make another token. I'm going to start clamping probably, but I want to see if this works first. Nice. And Skull Clamp. If I have to, I can crack LED to... Oh. Huh. That's a little weird, because if they just waited, they could dismember this and attack for lethal. All right. I'm going to pass the turn. I don't think it behooves me to do anything else. So now I go to 2. Because they attack twice with that. And maybe I shouldn't have even clamped, actually. It did seem like they had nothing, but I guess that wasn't entirely accurate. All right, FOMO. Block. Dies. Attack me to 2, probably. I mean, you can attack Saheeli for 2, but seems like hitting me to 2 is probably the answer. Okay, this is going to be the Tendril's turn, I suspect. All right. Oh, I don't have double black because I never had an opportunity to play Watery Grave. I guess we'll just have to find something good. Oh. Let's go clamp this first. I mean, they clearly don't have removal in hand. If I just find Lotus, it's just pretty easy. Second Skull Clamp is really funny. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to take another turn here because I don't have double black. And Saheeli copying any of these things doesn't do anything. So yeah, let's just do this. Make a token. It's going to die. Yeah, I guess I do lose. Oh, wait. No, I don't lose. So never mind. Land, Skull Clamp, make another token. Now I have 2 blockers. Actually, I have 3 with the Retrofitter. Okay. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play a black source. So I still need to find a black source to cast Tendrils. Really, I just need to draw a spell next turn. Because that'll make a token with Saheeli so I can start Skull Clamping. And then I started clamping. Or I find Yogwill, or I find Lotus. Any of those things would be really nice. Springheart Nantuko. Okay. I don't think that's a good play. Is that what is it? Am I missing something? It's just going to attack for 1, right? Block. I go to 1. I mean, they should have, if they copied FOMO, they'd get to see another card. What a weird game. Okay. They even peeled Force and Negation, huh? All right, well, now they have no cards in hand, and I drew Lotus. Boom. Game over. Okay. Lotus. It seems pretty difficult not to get to 6 spells here. Skull Clamp this thing. I mean, it's possible, but it seems kind of unlikely. All I have to do is draw like 1 spell, and I'm in pretty great shape, and I get to see a bunch of cards here. They were cooking. I like it. Oh, man. Yeah, if they had played that Dismember turn differently. But I also probably got greedy by clamping there, so just say, okay, you don't have anything. You have no moves. As long as it's not land. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape here. I mean, they're going to time out at some point here, and then I'm not going to have to wait for them. Okay, Talisman is nice. I don't need to get black mana or anything. Talisman. Make another token. Tap this for a colorless. Skull Clamp that. Draw 2. Okay, Bobble. And at any point I can copy Lotus. I could technically also copy a token if I wanted to. I'm drawing Iteration. Okay, so then clamp that thing. And that is going to, I assume, be game. Iteration can't really miss at this point, I don't think. I'm going to see Yogwill almost guaranteed. Well, and I have 6 cards left. Let's clamp this. I mean, if I have to cast Tendrils for, at this point, 10, it's not even that bad. Okay, and then Saheeli, Skull Clamp, you did good work, but you're turning into a Black Lotus. Sack the copy for blue. Stock up. I'll find this Yogwell one way or another. Yogwell Riddler. I actually don't want to cast Yogwell. Is that accurate? Because... oh, I have LED in play. Hold on. Control. Cast Yogwell. Respond. Sack LED. This is why Dothy Voidwalker really can't be in play. Saheeli, Yawgmoth's Will. Yoink. Lotus. I don't need full control anymore. And here, let's play the Skull Clamp. Why not? And then Tendrils for quite a bit more than lethal. Ooh. All right, that was a close game. It, you know, they had a fast start. Landmox, Talisman, Pyrokinesis on Titania certainly gave me the time I needed to Skull Clamp. Booster Tutor into Skull Clamp was a pretty big game, and that'll do the trick. Whew. This deck is fun. Playing combo on Arena, it can be kind of hard. I'm not surprised the combo cards aren't winning that much, both in terms of drafting. Come on, man. Doing good game and then timeout. Like, outrageous behavior. Both in terms of the drafting, the combo deck is difficult, but also playing it out, not timing out can be difficult. But I could have cast like 10 more spells or something this turn because I could have played LED, maybe not 10, Bauble, Booster Tutor, etc., etc. All right, well, they're going to time out because they're a poor sport, I guess. Well, maybe next time you should have played better. I also could have played better, but I won, so I get to say that. All right. Skull Clamp does it again, and oh man, is that a Tendrils 5-0? Is that where we're at? I'm going to take a look. Let me take a little look-see. Whew, let's go. All right, battling against whatever that green-black thing is. I'm on the play. Ooh, this is a nice hand. Turn 1, Consider. Turn 2, Talisman. Into maybe Iteration, maybe Confluence, maybe Bombardiers. Confluence, good card. It's a little bit like having a Toxic Deluge, you know, in your Storm combo deck, where, except it's a lot more flexible. It's less good at killing creatures. It is. It can't kill a 4/4. Oh, wow. I have to give my opponent props. It's the first person on the draw I've ever seen cast Once Upon a Time main phase instead of end of my turn for no reason at all. Do not do that, because wait to draw your card. What if you're missing a forest? You just draw forest for the turn. Now you can Once Upon a Time into a creature instead. So my opponent's doing it the right way, but I've seen a lot of end of turn Once Upon a Times is just like no good. The second Bomba wins the fight though, so I know that's coming. Playing as red-green, presumably at least. Looks red-green to me. All right, no Mana Dork on turn 1 is nice though. Consider. I don't really think it makes sense to just draw Manamorphose, does it? I don't know. I could just always cycle it. Oh, if they play a spell that I can Spell Pierce here, it's going to be incredible. They're probably just getting like a Commercial District or something, or a Triumph would be my guess. So Underground Mortuary. All right, that ups the chances of a spell a little bit. They could have like a Reanimation spell or a Duress or something next turn. It'd be fantastic to get to Spell Pierce them. That Voldorn Epicure never came back. It's okay. I'd rather have Spell Pierce. They kept their card. Okay. Blow up my Talisman? No Commercial District. Go. Okay. I'm just going to Iteration on my turn. I don't really want to play Bombardiers. Oh, they didn't want Emperor Bones. Well, that's always a good card. All right. Iteration. Okay. Well, now I need to find a token maker. I'm just going to play the Skull Clamp. I think it's fine. I'll keep the Lotus in hand. I don't really need to play that. They have a Vamp Tutor? If they Vampiric Tutor, which was one of the few cards they could cast for 1 mana there, would I Spell Pierce it? I probably wouldn't want to. Evora. Okay. Tendril's not looking amazing there. I think here's what I'm going to do. Bomba. Clamp it. Attack. And then sack the talisman, I think. And the reason I'm doing this is it kills their Evora so they don't make more blood. It tempts them to play their Bomba and sack the blood to kill my Bomba, which I'm okay with, because then I'll draw 2 cards. Normally you wouldn't want to lose Bombardiers, but I don't even have more ammo, and I have Tendril's Lotus, like I'm looking to Yogg-Will them. So trading Bombardiers for 2 cards sounds excellent to me. Oh, cracking the blood? Huh, are they not going to Bombardiers me? They have some other plan? It seemed like that was kind of a natural plan, but the good news is it's kind of hard for them not to kill Bombardiers. I mean, I guess they could just play like a questing beast or something and attack, but then I attack them for 3 and okay. Interesting. Milled Pyrogoyf, Grief, and a bunch of lands. Okay. Let's see what we draw here, huh? Oh, we are doing it. We're warping the Riddler. We're going to draw a card. Attack for 3. Oh, this is so good. Clamp the Riddler. Bombardiers you. Sacking the Riddler. Take 7. Down to 6. Land. Retrofitter. Lotus tendrils. I am dying. They're also dying, but I am dying. This is... Oh, what a finish. What a finish. Did you see that? I guess I was 2 over. Woo. Oh, man. You can't tell me that wasn't sick. That was just a clean little turn 4 kill off of Bombardiers throwing Quantum Riddler. That is something. All right, let's go for the 7-0. Equip Skull Clamp to Riddler and then throw it for 7 damage. That's what their fault for letting Bombardiers live, huh? Oh, all right. I'm going to run this. I'm going to crack Bobble because, you know, there's always the tension when you have Bobble and Yogg-Will in a Storm deck where you're like, well, do I crack Bobble now or do I just keep it in hand to up my Storm count? Or in my case, I could draw a Saheeli or Third Path. I think in this case, if I get a big Yogg-Will off, I'll have excess Storm, and I don't have anything, so it's pretty clear, use Bobble, but sometimes it's less clear. Oh, that was a good one to know about. Okay, it's just Talisman. And pass the turn. They have Counterspell. And they know that I know that I have Counterspell. Oh, they don't have Counterspell mana, so they have plays. Oh, they might just not have the mana for Counterspell. All right. Let's draw here. Yeah, all right. It's Manamorphose time. Let's add red. Play an island. Play Bombardier. Play Retrofitter. And send for 2 and pass the turn. Okay. They've got something to deal with here, this Bombardier. It would be nice to draw something to go with this Yogg-Will sooner rather than later because of this counterspell. But I have Retrofitter, so I do have some time. Oh, that's fine. The Yogg-Will will be good at some point. Oh, Spell Pierce will be good at some point too. So let's go make a token. Sack the token. Bombardiers. What a card. This isn't even like the best ever Bombardier deck. It's like a fine one, but it's still just a messed up card. All right, 4 mana Planeswalker. No plays. All right, take my turn. That's a play. That is a play. All right. Make a servo. I'm just going to sack Talisman to deal 4. I don't know. It's a little awkward if they kill the Bombardiers here, but I feel like getting down to 7 means they have to do something now. And I have Spell Pierce for some amount of things they could do. Cryptic Command? No. No thanks. I'll pass on that one. Are they going to force me? All right. Force of negation, pitching. No more lies. Sure. All right. Well, depending on what they do, I wish I had one more mana for Retrofitter, but depending on what they do, I could just Retrofitter them a bunch. Baleful Strix. Okay, so they have Counterspell up. If I ever draw Tendrils, it's a pretty big game. The Riddler, huh? Let's see. If I go... Actually, I'm just going to play the Bomba. I assume they're going to counterspell it. And then I get to go evoke Riddler or warp Riddler. Draw 2. Seems pretty good. Land. I'm going to keep Lotus in hand because it's running the risk of them having a discard spell, and they are playing black. But Lotus in hand means that there's so much more dead to Yawgwill than they realize, which I think is important. The problem with getting a Bombardiers out there is it doesn't actually finish the game. And now if they tap out for Riddler or something, I could make some moves. Frog doesn't do too much. Because Retrofitter is going to make a flyer end of turn. Keeping that back, huh? All right. Well, make a flyer. Draw for turn. Oh, okay. So let's go Saheeli. See if they have another counter. Skull Clamp. No counter. I feel like if you had a counter, you would have definitely countered Skull Clamp or Saheeli. Lotus. Saheeli, turn one of those into a Lotus. All right, sack the copy for black. Yawgwill. Oh, hold on, control. Hold on, control. I didn't sack my Lotus. Sink into Stupor and then lose. All right, that's a clean 7-0. Ooh, I think that's my first actual 7-0. And the Riddler did some really good work. Bombardiers did too. What a deck. I mean, let's look at this thing. This is a disaster piece. I mean, it's got Lotus, LED, Yawgwill, Tendrils. The last pick or second to last pick, Tendrils, Yawgwill, very few cards in the pack. It already moved LED out of the deck because I have remember I have an Underworld Breach in the sideboard. But I decided I don't like having Yawgwill and Breach when I don't have Brain Freeze. If I have Brain Freeze, play both easy. But I don't really... Yawgwill is going to be better. This deck's not filling its graveyard for Breach style things that well. If I had a Wheel of Fortune, I would have. But the third path in Saheeli with Skull Clamp and Retrofitter was just excellent. Bombardiers is a massively good card. Confluence is great. Pyrokinesis is great. Riddler is great. And the Tendrils finished a lot of games. Obviously, this deck had a lot to do with Black Lotus, but when you open Black Lotus, it's good to know how to maximize it. And this deck was just a gem. I had such a good time with this one. So thanks for hanging out with me. Draft some Arena Cube. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Magic, and what a beauty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.